Hello, this is a quick tutorial on how to use the USGS Earthquakes map tool. So the fastest way to find this is to Google search USGS latest earthquakes and click on this first link here for latest earthquakes, earthquake.usgs.gov earthquakes map. Okay. Now the second thing, I need to choose what location I'm going to be studying. So I'm going to be looking at the San Andreas Fault, the boundary between the Pacific and North American plates. So I will drag here and zoom in with this button. And if I want to get to a certain scale, let's say I want 100 kilometers squared, I can use this key at the bottom here, which shows me the length scale of 30 kilometers. So maybe I want to zoom in one more time. That's probably adequate. Alright, so no earthquakes are currently being displayed in this location because the time scale is pretty small. To change the time scale of the earthquakes being plotted, click on this gear icon in the top right corner, which is the settings. Now I can change the timescale of the earthquakes being plotted. So if I click on this button here, it is going to show earthquakes in the last 30 days that are greater than magnitude 2.5. So I'll click on that. And now it is showing 3 earthquakes in this location. If I want to change the timescale to a bit longer, I can click Search Earthquake Catalog and enter a custom date range. So let's start at 2018, for instance. Okay, and to make the rendering of these earthquakes a little bit faster, you can restrict the area range. So I'm going to click Draw Rectangle on Map, zoom in to this California area, and then draw a box around the area by clicking twice. So click once here, and click once here. So it'll only search for earthquakes in this location. Okay, scroll down, click search. And it'll take a couple of seconds to render all of those earthquakes, but here we go. So that's great. We can see lots more earthquakes now. Let's zoom in again, probably one more time, so that's 100 kilometers squared. That's excellent. So we can already see these linear features that are outlining some fault lines. Let's add some more layers to this map. So currently the plate boundary between the Pacific and North American plate is being shown here in red, but I can add more by clicking this Base Maps and Overlays button on the right. So currently, yep, plate boundaries are being plotted. So there we go. But I can also plot US faults on top of that. So let's do that too. And we can see the Hayward fault is actually being plotted there. So that's quite nice. We can keep that. Alright, so we have the layers and the faults being plotted, but let's say we want to count how many earthquakes there are here. An easy way to do this is to go to this left panel here and click on Only List Earthquakes Shown on Map. And so it'll say that we have 148 earthquakes being plotted here. That's great. If I want to know extra information about these earthquakes, I can actually click on these circles and it'll give me some information. So this is of magnitude 3.3, depth at 13 kilometers. This one here, for instance, is a magnitude 2.8 at 5.5 kilometers. So if I want to get an average magnitude or an average depth, I might click on a couple of these, note them down, and then take the average of maybe 20 or so. Or you could do the range. Excellent. So I hope this tutorial has been informative in showing the basic uses of the USGS Earthquakes Map tool. Thank you.